Have you ever wondered what truly changes a life? It's not grand gestures or sudden transformations, but the small, consistent habits we nurture every day. In this journey inspired by Stoic philosophy, we'll explore 8 habits that build resilience, self-discipline, and most importantly, inner peace. This isn't about control over what happens, but mastery over how you respond. When we embrace these habits, life doesn't just pass by, it transforms. Imagine living with emotional detachment from the chaos, letting go of what you can't change, and discovering calm within the storm. This is the Stoic way, a path of mindfulness, growth, and profound self-awareness. Stay with us to uncover how each habit can subtly shift your life's direction. Before we dive in, remember to like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. This channel is your guide to a resilient mind, and your support helps us reach more seekers of true inner freedom. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1. Mastering your mornings. Do you ever wake up feeling like the day controls you? There's noise, demands, and that endless rush from the first moment. But imagine starting each morning in calm, with a clear mind and purpose. The Stoics teach that true control doesn't come from the world around us, but from how we set our foundation. That's why the first habit we explore is mastering your mornings, a habit that lays the groundwork for emotional control, resilience, and inner peace. By waking up just an hour earlier before the noise of the world kicks in, you have time to align yourself, set intentions, and prepare for whatever challenges the day might bring. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, wakes up at 3:45 every day, using those quiet hours for mental preparation, planning, and reflection. He doesn't let the day push him around. He chooses his pace, his priorities, and his direction. Why is this so powerful? When you start with purpose and calm, everything else becomes clearer. You're not reacting to the demands of others, but responding thoughtfully. The Stoics believe that our first actions shape our mindset. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." A calm morning gives you control over your mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest. But mastering your mornings isn't just about waking up early. It's about creating a space for yourself. Try this. Start with 5 minutes of mindfulness, focusing on your breath or practicing gratitude for one small thing. These simple actions draw you into the present moment, grounding you before the day's demands even begin. Stoicism reminds us that life isn't about controlling events, but about controlling our reactions. And in these early hours, you build that foundation of control, preparing yourself with strength and patience. If you're new to this, start small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier each day. Use this time to think, to set goals, or to simply breathe. Over time, this habit becomes your armor, a way to enter the day with clarity and peace. And as you'll see, this small habit has the power to change not just your morning, but your entire outlook. If this resonates, commit today. Comment, "I choose my mornings." Together, we're mastering these timeless lessons for a life of resilience and purpose. 2. Practicing gratitude. Do you find yourself caught in the constant chase for more? More success, more possessions, more approval? The world around us is full of distractions, and often it's easy to lose focus on what truly brings peace. Practicing gratitude is the second small habit that can help you find calm amidst the noise, guiding you back to what matters. The Stoics believe that lasting contentment comes not from gaining more, but from wanting less, from appreciating what's already in front of us. Imagine beginning each day by focusing on one thing you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as the warmth of your morning coffee or the feeling of sunlight on your face. The Stoics teach us that gratitude grounds us, reminding us of the abundance we often overlook. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." With gratitude, we find satisfaction in the present rather than restlessly searching for more. Practicing gratitude doesn't just shift your mindset, it strengthens your resilience. When you face challenges, gratitude helps you see the silver lining, helping you to appreciate growth opportunities rather than only obstacles. Each moment of appreciation acts as a mental anchor, giving you strength to weather life's storms. The Stoic mind finds joy in simplicity, in finding value within rather than seeking it from external sources. To start, Set aside 5 minutes each day to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Write them down if you can. Seeing them in words makes the feeling even stronger. Or, if journaling isn't your style, take a mental inventory as you begin your day. This simple act can lift your mood and increase your patience, helping you move forward with a light heart. Look at the example of Christopher Gardner, the entrepreneur whose story of resilience has inspired millions. From a place of homelessness, he learned to focus on what he had, using gratitude and determination to change his life. Gardner teaches us that even in the toughest times, appreciating what you have can create the mental clarity and strength needed to move forward. So if you find yourself overwhelmed by the pressures of life, remember that gratitude is the antidote. This small shift can bring immense inner peace, aligning you with the Stoic path of simplicity and self-discipline. 3. Daily learning and reading. Have you ever felt like you're not growing, like the days slip by without adding anything meaningful to your life? This brings us to our 3rd habit, daily learning and reading. In Stoic philosophy, learning is the path to mental freedom, resilience, and a sharpened mind. Each day, even a few minutes spent expanding your knowledge builds the foundation for clarity and inner strength. Think of daily learning as your anchor, keeping you steady no matter the storms around you. When you take the time to read, to question, and to expand your thinking, you're not just gathering knowledge, you're building mental resilience. Stoics believe that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives. When you invest in your mind, you give yourself the tools to face any challenge with a steady, clear perspective. The beauty of this habit is that it doesn't require hours of your day. Take just 10 minutes, whether in the morning or before bed, to read something meaningful. It could be a book on Stoic principles, an article on personal growth, or a biography of someone you admire. Warren Buffett, for instance, dedicates a significant portion of his day to reading, believing that knowledge compounds over time. By committing to this small habit, he continually refines his thinking, which helps him make wise, measured decisions. This isn't just about gathering facts, it's about learning to see life through a wider lens, to question assumptions, and to refine your perspective. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from knowledge, from understanding the world and our place within it. When you read, you're not just absorbing words, you're training your mind, preparing it to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. To make this a daily practice, start with something manageable. Choose a book or article that resonates with your current goals or struggles. Set a timer for 10 minutes and allow yourself to dive fully into what you're reading. Over time, this habit becomes a source of calm and focus, giving you the strength to face life with wisdom and clarity. 4. Limiting distractions and saying no. Do you often feel drained, pulled in too many directions, with little time or energy left for what truly matters? This brings us to our 4th habit, limiting distractions and saying no. In today's world, distractions come from everywhere. Social media, constant notifications, endless obligations. The Stoics understood that our focus is a precious resource, and learning to protect it is essential for inner peace and resilience. Imagine a life where you prioritize only what aligns with your purpose, where you're free to direct your energy toward your deepest goals. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary. As Warren Buffett wisely said, the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. When you protect your time and attention, you create space for meaningful action, allowing yourself to invest in what truly matters. The Stoics believe that distractions weaken our control over life. Every time you give in to an interruption, a needless obligation, or an impulse, you let external factors dictate your focus. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to concentrate every minute like a Roman, doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. For the Stoics, protecting your focus was the path to living with intention and avoiding the trap of meaningless pursuits. To practice this habit, start by identifying what drains your energy. Is it social media, unnecessary meetings, or commitments that don't align with your values? Begin with small steps. Set boundaries around your time. Maybe that means limiting social media to a few minutes a day, or declining invitations that don't bring value to your life. It could also mean setting aside specific times for deep, focused work without interruption. When you focus on what matters and cut away what doesn't, you'll find a new sense of freedom. You're no longer at the mercy of every notification, every demand. Instead, you're actively choosing a life of clarity and purpose. The Stoic way teaches us that control over our focus is control over our lives, allowing us to stay grounded, resilient, and calm amid the noise. 5. Physical movement as mental reset. Do you ever feel overwhelmed, like your mind is running in circles and stress is piling up? The Stoics teach us that sometimes the best way to regain control is through movement. That's why our 5th habit, physical movement as a mental reset, is key to building a resilient and peaceful life. Physical movement isn't just good for the body, it's a tool to refresh the mind, helping us let go of tension and stress. Imagine your mind as a tightly wound coil. Every moment of stress and every challenge adds a twist until it feels like it might snap. Moving your body, whether through a brisk walk, a short run, or even a few minutes of stretching, loosens that tension. Stoics like Epictetus emphasize the importance of treating the body well, understanding that a calm mind often begins with a healthy body. One powerful example of this habit comes from Haruki Murakami, the famous writer who, despite long hours of work, maintains a daily running routine. For him, running isn't just exercise, it's a way to balance his mind and keep his thoughts clear. This practice aligns perfectly with Stoic principles. Physical movement isn't just about strength, it's about cultivating a disciplined, focused, and relaxed mind. To integrate this habit, start small. You don't need to spend hours at the gym. A 10-minute walk in the morning or evening can make a difference. If you work at a desk, take regular breaks to stretch or move around. The Stoics remind us that motion clears the mind, grounding us in the present and helping us release unnecessary tension. Consider making this a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Just as you brush your teeth or eat breakfast, carve out a few minutes for physical movement. Notice how even a short break can reset your mood, giving you clarity and energy for the next task. With each step, each movement, you're reconnecting with the present moment, letting go of stress, and reinforcing your mental resilience. If you're ready to make movement part of your journey toward inner peace, let us know by commenting, "I choose movement." Remember, every step you take strengthens not only your body, but also your mind. Let's embrace this Stoic approach to physical and mental well-being, finding calm and resilience through the simple act of moving. Practicing mindfulness. Do you feel like your thoughts are constantly racing, making it hard to find any real peace? This brings us to our 6th habit, practicing mindfulness. In Stoic philosophy, mindfulness is about observing our thoughts without reacting to them, creating a calm space within ourselves regardless of what's happening around us. This habit is crucial for emotional control, helping you stay steady in the face of life's ups and downs. Mindfulness isn't about ignoring reality. It's about facing it without letting it overwhelm you. The Stoics believe that our thoughts shape our world, and by observing those thoughts, we can keep our emotions in check. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Mindfulness teaches you to notice your emotions without being swept away by them, allowing you to respond calmly rather than react impulsively. To begin, try incorporating a few moments of mindfulness into your day. This could be as simple as focusing on your breath for a minute, observing each inhale and exhale. Or it could mean pausing to ground yourself before a stressful task or conversation. When you practice mindfulness, you're training your mind to stay present, reducing stress and bringing clarity to your daily life. Think about each thought that arises as a passing cloud. Some are bright, others stormy, but all pass if you simply observe without judgment. Epictetus taught that people are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. This habit helps you view each thought and emotion objectively, giving you the strength to respond with patience and wisdom rather than being controlled by fleeting reactions. If you're new to mindfulness, start small. Try practicing focused breathing for just a few minutes each day. Notice how your mind becomes clearer and your emotions calmer. Over time, this practice becomes a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace and resilience. Mindfulness helps you stay connected to the present, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with a grounded and steady mindset. If you're ready to bring more mindfulness into your life, comment, "I choose mindfulness." Remember, every moment spent in mindfulness strengthens your emotional resilience and builds a foundation of inner calm. Join us on this Stoic path, where each mindful breath brings you closer to a life of true freedom and peace. 7. Decluttering and simplifying life. Do you feel weighed down by the clutter around you? Sometimes, it's the things we hold on to that create the mental fog we can't seem to clear. This leads us to our 7th habit, decluttering and simplifying life. The Stoics believe that simplicity isn't just a way to live, but a path to freedom. By letting go of what doesn't add value, we create space for what truly matters, bringing clarity and inner peace. Imagine a life free from unnecessary possessions, obligations, and distractions. Marcus Aurelius advised us to keep ourselves simple, good, pure, serious, unpretentious, and obedient to reason. In essence, simplicity creates a direct path to our values and purpose. When you simplify your surroundings and commitments, you allow room for clarity of thought and focus, embracing a life that feels lighter and more intentional. Start by looking around at your environment. Are there things you rarely use or commitments that drain your energy without adding value? Begin with one small area, a desk drawer, a digital inbox, or a weekly obligation. Clear away what's unnecessary. With each item or commitment you release, you regain a sense of control, and in its place, you invite a calm, focused mindset. Decluttering isn't just about physical space, it's about mental space too. When you're surrounded by things that don't serve you, they often cloud your thinking and distract you from your goals. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." By simplifying, you shift from craving more to finding satisfaction in less, anchoring yourself in what genuinely matters. For instance, consider Steve Jobs, who famously kept his life simple, both in personal style and workspace, so that his energy could go toward his creative pursuits. He understood that simplicity fosters focus, allowing you to concentrate on what's truly meaningful. This is the essence of Stoic living, to live intentionally, stripped of distractions, so that every thought and action serves your highest purpose. If you're ready to embrace a simpler life, start small. Clear out one area of your life each day and notice how freeing it feels. Let us know by commenting, "I choose simplicity." With each unnecessary item or commitment you release, you're making room for clarity, resilience, and purpose. Let's follow the Stoic path together, freeing ourselves from the weight of excess and stepping into a life of true focus and peace. 8. Reflecting daily for growth. Do you ever feel like your days blur together with no clear sense of growth or purpose? This brings us to our 8th habit, reflecting daily for growth. Reflection is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It's a way to pause, look back, and understand your day's actions and thoughts. In a world filled with distractions, taking time to reflect is a powerful step toward clarity, self-discipline, and inner peace. The Stoics believe that each day offers lessons, but we must seek them out. By reflecting daily, you gain insight into your behavior, understanding what served you well and what could improve. Seneca once wrote, "The life unexamined is not worth living." Reflection allows you to examine your day, align your actions with your values, and make conscious choices that lead to growth. To practice this habit, take just a few minutes at the end of each day. Sit quietly and think back over your actions, decisions, and emotions. Ask yourself, did I handle challenges with patience? Did I make choices that align with my goals? Was I present and mindful in my interactions? This simple exercise turns each day into a stepping stone toward a more focused, intentional life. A powerful way to enhance your reflection is to keep a journal. Write down one thing you're proud of and one thing you'd like to improve. Over time, these notes become a roadmap of your journey, showing where you've grown and where you still need work. Journaling also helps clarify your thoughts, transforming vague worries into concrete actions you can take to improve. Consider the example of Benjamin Franklin, who ended each day by asking himself, "What good have I done today?" This habit kept him aligned with his purpose and values, constantly moving toward personal improvement. Like the Stoics, Franklin saw reflection not as a mere routine, but as a way to stay grounded and aware of his inner and outer world. If you're ready to add this habit to your life, start tonight. Spend a few quiet moments reviewing your day and let each insight guide you forward. Comment, "I choose growth." Together, we're building a community that values intentionality, self-discipline, and the wisdom of ancient Stoic teachings. Each day, with a few moments of reflection, you'll get closer to a life of clarity and purpose. As we've explored, life-changing transformation doesn't come from big, sudden changes, but from small, consistent habits rooted in purpose. These 8 Stoic habits, mastering mornings, practicing gratitude, daily learning, saying no to distractions, moving mindfully, embracing simplicity, and daily reflection, are the building blocks of resilience, emotional control, and inner peace. Each habit brings you closer to a life lived with intention, clarity, and strength. Remember, transformation is a journey, not a sprint. Choose one habit today and commit to it with patience. Over time, these practices will reshape not only your actions, but also your mindset, grounding you in calm and self-discipline. If this message resonates, please like and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official. Join us as we uncover more Stoic principles to guide you toward a life of purpose and inner freedom. Comment below which habit you'll start with and take the first step on this path of growth.